Hello and welcome to another episode of Jimbo's Driveway. As you can see, we've actually broken away from the driveway today. We've come over to West London, to Brentford, where the Duke of London is hosting this classic car meet called Classic and Cake. So let's go and have a look around. Let's go and have a look around, see if we can find some interesting cars and some people to talk to. So here's something I didn't expect to turn up today. A little MG Metro 1300. I used to have one of these. This was my second ever car and it was in exactly the same colour and specification as this. To have this turn up, and not only turn up, park next to my car, is a really quite a moment for me, because this takes me back sort of 20 years or so. The MG Metros, I feel, are a really sort of underappreciated car, much like the XJS in some respects. You just don't see any of them about anymore. Whereas you see tons of Minis. They're basically a similar car to the Mini in terms of setup. They run the same A+ series engine, but Metros are just dead. You just don't see them anymore. So to see this is absolutely fantastic. And I was just talking to the owner, and he's had some restoration work done on this, and it looks absolutely wonderful. If we come around here, I'll just show you some of the details. They run a pepper pot wheel, which is very of the period. This lovely metallic blue colour, exactly the same as the one I had with the red seat belts and the grey interior, really sets it off nicely. Never got a lot of love the Metros, but they were a fantastic little car. And if we come around the front, we'll just have a little look. This particular car's got the grille with the fog lights in it, and just in general, this car is in absolutely immaculate condition. The owner says that he's had this used in TV, it's been in magazines, and it's just a delight to see, really. Let's go and see what else we can find. So we've come across another car that's quite close to my heart, one for the BMW enthusiasts out there. This is a BMW 325i Sport Tech 1, and for those in the know, the Tech 1 is the much rarer of the two 325i's. I actually used to have one of these cars. I loved it. It had 168,000 miles on it when I bought it. I took it to the Nürburgring several times, and bar some minor servicing and a few other bits and pieces, I didn't really have to spend much money on it. It was a bulletproof car. It's really nice to see one of these here, because you just don't see them on the road anymore. Even the later Tech 2s, you don't see so many of them on the road. There is actually another one of those here, but just a lovely car to see. The engine on these is a high compression engine, and are actually known as a slightly better engine to the enthusiasts out there for the 325i Sport. For the real enthusiasts out there, you will know that this was even this followed another 3.2, which was the 323i Sport, which was an earlier registration that came earlier on in the 80s, and that was a development car for the 325i Sport. They are ultra rare. My dad actually had one of the very early Tech 1 323i Sports, and unfortunately it got stolen off of our driveway. And that was a real shame, because that was a real classic of a car. But nevertheless, lovely to see one of these here today. So this car behind me is one of the ones I really wanted to come and see at the meet today. This XJS was one of 5 cars that were used in a program for Sky One called Curfew. I haven't managed to catch the programme yet, but it's got Sean Bean in it, and it's something about the end of the world. If it's the end of the world, probably the last car you need is an XJS, but I digress. The reason this car is so interesting is because it underwent some transformation as to be in a programme. It's got a manual gearbox, and it's had these wide arches fitted and the big tyres and the sidewinder exhausts. And this is the only remaining car left after production, which has now been made road legal and is owned by Loudon Classics over in Essex. I'll put a link to Loudon Classics below, who own the car, and if I can find Luke, the owner, around here, I'll have a bit of a chat with him about the car so we can find out a bit more. If not, I will try and track him down another time so we can get a bit more of a closer look at this car. Another little gem we found here. I've never owned one of these, but I've always been a big fan because I'm a big Bond fan, and I love the early Bond films. Roger Moore's my favourite James Bond, and if you remember For Your Eyes Only, you'll remember that it featured a couple of these Turbo Esprits. Fortunately, I just called it as the guy's going, but just thought I'd mention it because I love these cars. It's lovely to see one here. This one's actually driven and used as well. It's actually got some marks and some dirt on it. It's not a cherished example, so it's nice to see one of these used as probably a daily driver or something like that. I hope you've enjoyed the video. We've had a really good morning here. There's been some really interesting cars to look at. If you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. By all means, leave some comments below. I'll be happy to get back to you, and I look forward to seeing you on another video very soon. Bye bye.